just need some directions home.
Come on, kid. Pay up. Whoa.
Where'd you two find an old Republic credit?
Over here, quick. I'll get you home. We'll make a partnership. But we have to move fast. I need you to take the controls.
Okay.
Neel? Neel?
A crew of murderous pirates is coming.
Something's wrong.
They're not going to just turn up. We need to find them.
We're not alone down here.
Be warned of booby traps. Pirates and mountains where none dare to go.
If you hear this, don't give up. No matter what.
Welcome back to Popcorn Plot, you guys, a show that breaks down the movies and shows you love. Today, we're diving deep into the upcoming Star Wars series Skeleton Crew. It's premiering December 4th on Disney Plus Fund. And their show has been generating a ton of buzz. By the end of this deep dive, you'll understand exactly why. But before we jump in, do us a favor and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our future deep dives. All right, let's unpack what makes Skeleton Crew so special. First off, imagine the Goonies, but set in the vastness of the Star Wars galaxy. That's the vibe Skeleton Crew is going for, like a fresh take on adventure. That harkens back to classic coming-of-age stories. What's really fascinating here is how this ties into a trend we've been seeing in Star Wars. Remember how The Mandalorian brought back that Western gunslinger feel? It seems like Lucasfilm is intentionally tapping into different genres to expand the storytelling possibilities of the Star Wars universe. And you know what? It's working. Speaking of expanding the universe, Skeleton Crew takes place in the same timeline as The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett. This opens up a world of possibilities for interconnected storylines and maybe even some surprise cameos. Now, I know what you're thinking. Does this mean we might see Grogu sipping on some blue milk with our new crew? Well, we'll have to wait and see. But the potential for crossovers is definitely there. And wouldn't it be cool to see how events in Skeleton Crew might ripple through the storylines of shows like Ahsoka or even future seasons of The Mandalorian? All right, let's get to the heart of the story. The Skeleton Crew themselves, we've got 4 kids, Wim, Fern, KB, and Neel, living their best lives on a peaceful planet. Think of it like a Star Wars version of Suburbia. But instead of riding bikes, they're probably zipping around in land speeders. Their lives take a dramatic turn, though, when they stumble upon a mysterious discovery that launches them headfirst into a galaxy-spanning adventure. I mean, can you imagine being a kid and suddenly finding yourself piloting a starship through an asteroid field or face-to-face with a Wookiee? Talk about a childhood dream come true. What do you think they find that kicks off this whole adventure? Leave your best theories down in the comments. But every epic adventure needs a guide, and that's where Jude Law's character, a Jedi named Jode, enters the picture. He becomes a mentor to these kids, helping them navigate the dangers and wonders of the galaxy. It's interesting to see a Jedi taking on this kind of role, especially after what happened to the Jedi Order in the prequel films. Could this be a hint that there are more Jedi out there, quietly rebuilding after the Empire's purge? Or maybe Jode is a lone wolf, operating independently and keeping a low profile. And this is where things get really intriguing. Rumors are flying about potential cameos from familiar species and visits to iconic Star Wars locations. Could we see a glimpse of Chewbacca or detour to Tatooine? Now, I'm not saying this will happen for sure, but the possibilities are definitely exciting. Think back to how The Mandalorian brought back Boba Fett. Those unexpected connections are what make this era of Star Wars storytelling so compelling. But let's be real. The kids' journey isn't going to be all sunshine and space whales. There are hints they'll encounter some serious danger, possibly running into remnants of the Empire, or even worse, the Sith. For those of you who need a quick refresher, the Sith are basically the evil counterparts to the Jedi, wielding the dark side of the Force. Imagine these kids who started on a peaceful planet, suddenly facing down the forces of darkness. Talk about a trial by fire. And it makes you wonder, if the Sith are involved, what are they after? What threat could be big enough to bring them out of hiding after the Empire's fall? Now, before we get too deep into speculation, I want to take a step back and talk about the creative team behind Skeleton Crew. This is where things get really interesting. We've got Jon Watts, the director behind the Spider-Man Homecoming trilogy, and the Daniels, the visionary duo behind Everything Everywhere All at Once. With this level of talent at the helm, we can expect Skeleton Crew to be visually stunning and packed with innovative storytelling. And knowing their previous work, I wouldn't be surprised if we see some truly mind-bending moments in the series. What do you think they'll bring to the Star Wars universe? Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Popcorn Plots for more deep dives into your favorite movies and shows. Now, let's continue our deep dive into Skeleton Crew. This blend of young characters, high-stakes adventure, and a directorial dream team has sparked a lot of discussion online. What's fascinating here is how Lucasfilm seems to be consciously weaving together different threads of the Star Wars tapestry. We've got the classic hero's journey, the mystery of Jude's past, potential connections to the wider Star Wars universe. It's like they're creating a multi-layered experience that rewards fans who are paying close attention. And speaking of Jude, let's dive a bit deeper into what we know about him. He's described as a reluctant hero, which immediately raises questions. What's he reluctant about? Is it the responsibility of guiding these kids? Or does it have something to do with his own past? Remember, we're in the same timeline as the Mandalorian, where the Jedi Order is still in shambles after the rise of the Empire. Could Jude be carrying the weight of that history on his shoulders? It makes you wonder what kind of Jedi he is. Is he the stoic, wise mentor we've seen before? Or is he something completely different? This brings us to another exciting possibility, the potential for Skeleton Crew to introduce us to new corners of the Star Wars galaxy. We know that the kids will be traveling far and wide, and that opens up opportunities to explore planets and cultures we've never seen before. It's like Lucasfilm is giving us a chance to be explorers alongside these kids, discovering hidden wonders, and maybe even encountering new species that will blow our minds. And remember, we're talking about a galaxy teeming with diverse planets, species, and factions. Skeleton Crew could introduce us to new, Force-sensitive beings, perhaps even those who don't align with the traditional Jedi or Sith. What if these kids encounter a group of Force users who have their own unique ways of tapping into the Force? It would add another layer of complexity to the Star Wars universe and challenge our understanding of what it means to be strong with the Force. But the series isn't just about action and adventure. It's also about exploring those core themes that have always been at the heart of Star Wars storytelling: friendship, courage, and the power of hope. We'll see these kids grow and evolve as they face challenges and make difficult choices, ultimately discovering what it truly means to be a hero. Think about it. They're starting out on a peaceful planet, probably oblivious to the darker corners of the galaxy. But their journey is going to force them to confront these harsh realities, to stand up for what they believe in, and to find strength in each other. And here's where I think Skeleton Crew gets really interesting. What if their journey isn't just about finding their way home? What if it's about something bigger, something that connects to the fate of the Jedi Order, or even the balance of the Force itself? Could these seemingly ordinary kids be the key to restoring hope to a galaxy still reeling from the shadow of the Empire? It's a question worth pondering. And it speaks to the potential of Skeleton Crew to not just entertain, but to leave a lasting impact on the Star Wars saga. Now, before we wrap up, I want to highlight another aspect of Skeleton Crew that has me really excited with us: the potential for it to connect to other Star Wars storylines. With the series set in the same timeline as The Mandalorian, could we see Din Djarin or Grogu make a surprise appearance? Or maybe Ahsoka Tano, who's on her own quest to find Ezra Bridger, crosses paths with our young crew? The possibilities are endless. And it's this kind of interconnected storytelling that has made the Star Wars universe so captivating for fans. It's clear that Skeleton Crew is shaping up to be a wild ride, filled with adventure, heart, and a healthy dose of mystery. It's a series that promises to appeal to longtime fans and newcomers alike, offering something fresh and exciting, while honoring the legacy of this beloved franchise. Mark your calendars for December 4th, folks, because this is one journey you won't want to miss. If you're as excited as I am about this series, hit that like button and share this deep dive with your fellow Star Wars fans. And don't forget to subscribe to Popcorn Plots. For more in-depth looks at your favorite movies and TV shows, we've got tons of exciting content coming your way. Now, let's wrap things up with a few key takeaways from our Skeleton Crew deep dive. First, this is a show that's pushing the boundaries of Star Wars storytelling. It's blending elements of classic adventure films with the epic scope and mythology we expect from a galaxy far, far away. Think about it. They're taking the heart and humor of something like The Goonies and injecting it into the Star Wars universe. It's a risky move, but if they pull it off, it could be something truly special. Second, we're getting a whole new cast of characters. We'll see the galaxy through the eyes of these young adventurers, experiencing the wonder and danger right alongside them. This is a chance for Lucasfilm to explore new perspectives within the Star Wars universe, to show us what it's like to be a kid growing up in a galaxy far, far away. And who knows, maybe some of these characters will become fan favorites, joining the ranks of iconic heroes like Luke Skywalker and Reddy. And finally, Skeleton Crew promises to be a visual feast. With Jon Watts and the Daniels on board, we can expect stunning special effects, breathtaking landscapes, and thrilling action sequences. Imagine the possibilities, from epic space battles to lightsaber duels in exotic locations. This is Star Wars after all, and we know they're going to deliver on the spectacle. So, to recap, Skeleton Crew has all the makings of a must-watch Star Wars series. It's got adventure, heart, mystery, and a creative team that's not afraid to take risks. What excites you most about Skeleton Crew? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're as hyped as I am, make sure to hit that subscribe button and share this deep dive with your fellow Star Wars fans. And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into Skeleton Crew. I hope you enjoyed this exploration and are as excited as I am to see what adventures await. May the Force be with you. And until next time, keep exploring those popcorn plots. Remember to subscribe to Popcorn Plot for more deep dives. We'll see you in the next one.